Hello all. Today I wanted to share a little about how I've been learning tarot and also received some guidance to work with these oracle cards to address the theme of fear. Interesting. So, yeah, again, just bear with me, right? By the way, I got to sleep last night, feeling better. My energy's up more. Voice is still a little, morning voice and filming before before work. But yeah, this is again just part of this process. So, few things to kind of do a little show and tell. Okay, so first of all, when I started like kind of figuring out how to teach myself how to do tarot, I've seen other people do this as well. So I just kind of geek out a little about how, learning about tarot and languages and anyway, just needing some organization, needing some format. So I found this notebook and there's 80 sheets. And as you know, there's 78 cards in a tarot deck. So geek, geek, geek. And then I just kind of started, taking kind of general descriptions online, but then some additional notes, right? And so I do like, this is like, the right facing card, and this is the, actually that's not a good example. I'm using the other back side for reverses. So let's see, do I have a little bit there? So reverse for the 8 of Cups, okay? So just little notes there. Okay. Anyway. So what I do is I will pull a tarot kind of reading, and then I will pause and sort of, go through each card and sort of start, gathering, impressions and meanings and definitions. And yeah, so like I said, this is just my little fun way to, learn about tarot. But the thing I wanted to geek out about is, so when I went to buy my notebook, I also found these super, this light, I found these super cute, hold on, this light is really glary. Sorry, everyone. Let me see, maybe that's better. Geez, these ring lights, I don't think I even really need it. Okay, hopefully this is bright enough. I found these super cute little tabs, and because it's me, I was like, ooh, this is wands, this is cups, this is swords, this is pentacles. So yeah, so I use these tabs on my little notebook, and then yeah, I love this kind of stuff. It's fun, right? Keep it cute, keep it fun. All right, enough of that. Okay, now and I'm getting a little distracted by this lighting situation. Let me see, maybe if I turn it a little more, maybe that's okay. Okay. As long as I'm not holding, well, I am going to look at a few little things here. Speaking of little things, okay. So, this was interesting, how this kind of came through. So, I have these little and regular size oracles. I have Nakisha's oracle and her mini oracle. And again, on my channel, I really, you know, feel it's important to give credit to these amazing card developers. They give us the tools to, you know, access and express whatever is, you know, trying to like be, you know, messaged through us, right? Or messaged through this, you know, this process. At the end of the day, and this is sort of, again, you know, my realization is before I was kind of afraid of, you know, tarot decks, or, you know, didn't really understand, like, why are there so many, you know, decks and oracle cards? And before it was just like, ooh, you know, I went as far as like, gosh, was it a couple years ago? I actually bought my first set of tarot cards, but I never opened them. I actually donated them. I was just, I was afraid, right? Ooh, how fitting. Today's theme is going to be about fear. So flash forward now with this insight, if you will, right? It's like, oh, I see. This is not about these, right? This is not about these pieces of paper. At the end of the day, this is just paper. But there's so much beautiful intention behind, you know, the creator's visions. And also people are probably not creating these tools if they're not also trying to message or express something themselves. So that is a, you know, important awareness again in this process. And so, yeah, we'll see where this goes. That might be my catchphrase. We'll see where this goes. Okay. But I'm curious. I'm very curious. So let's see. I'm going to start with the regular sized deck first. Okay. And I'll scoot these little buddies just over here, not going too far away. Okay. Maybe they need a little friend. Okay. There we go. And then I haven't used these. I actually just opened these. So I will go ahead, do my favorite part of this process, right? I will go ahead and shuffle these up. Okay. The other thing I'm sort of figuring out is, I feel with oracle cards, I'm not going to like cut the deck, you know, I'm not going to like go into thirds. I tend to do that with tarot cards. I want to respect the process, but I feel with oracle cards, you know, I think again, it's good to, you know, mix up the energies, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's different for different people, but that's kind of what I've landed on. Okay, maybe one more little shuffle, and honestly, yeah, oops, see what I mean? Okay, good enough. So, let's see. Fear. What do we need to learn about fear today? Okay. Let's take a few. What do we need to learn about fear today? Fear. What is fear? There we go. Ooh. Maybe one more. Okay. Let's see if we can just do 3. Okay. Well, that one wanted to jump out. Okay. Whoa. Those all went flying. I'm not going to take those. I'm sure they're all meaningful and valuable. But, okay. Ooh, fear of crowds. That's me. Okay. And day. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. I'll just put those here and give you a big friend. Okay. All good enough. Okay. Ooh. Well, let's start with the little impressions first, okay? Let's see. 10 is Valley. What do we have for 10? Ooh. Keep going. Yeah. This was actually part of what I was kind of formulating as a message earlier this morning. Fear is a demotivator for, doing things we may not be comfortable with. And again, I think, this whole journey, not just into tarots and oracles, but dude, YouTube that's a whole learning curve. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the social, access, right? But all the background, right? The algorithm, the when to post, the, how to get your views up, how to, right? There's like a whole barrage of, strategies. And I'm curious about, why that is important, will that be important? It comes with entering into this territory, and I don't feel that's my intention. So I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm having fun. If you're having fun, if you're gaining, insight or support or, whatever this process can give you, I'm here for it. So this confirmation, right? Keep going, but also confirmation for you all. Just because something's uncomfortable, you're not, perfect at it, you're not the expert. It's about shifting your mindset. It's about, most things are learnable. It just takes one step at a time. So, if you persevere, right? If you practice patience, if you trust yourself, trust in your ability, trust that you have something worth putting out into the world, that can be motivation enough. Okay, all right. Ooh, okay. Let's switch to the next card, work. Okay, let's see what this says. Let's see, number 39. Ooh. Make an effort. We have a theme. Okay. Make an effort. So again, just kind of piggyback on what I was saying about motivation, right? Fear is a block to action. Fear is a block to motivation for a reason. Okay. Again, fear's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. It's an essential, biological response in our nervous system for survival, for safety. And there are times when, we rely on fear to help us not take, unnecessary or harmful risks. At the same time, though, the way fear works is the mind does not know if you are actually in a situation of threat or harm, or you are just imagining or perceiving threat or harm. That alone will keep you in your tracks, stop you in your tracks. So I think sometimes challenging ourselves, pushing ourselves through a perception, an idea of fear, a belief of fear, not an actual external, threat, helps us overcome the anxiousness in our nervous system. I'll use myself as a quick example. The fear of starting this channel. I had no idea why. Why am I being guided to do this? But again, after posting that first video, it's like getting on the other side of something and realizing, oh, this is not as daunting, as long as I stay true to myself. That's really the key, and that's kind of maybe the message I want to, help, share, to you as well. Yeah, it's amazing how we can live life and just not try things because we don't think we can do it. And the reality is there's so much we can do. There's so much we can do beyond what we imagine we can do. So that is, again, be mindful that if it's fear in the mind, then that can also be changed. Okay? All right. Except for when it comes to being in crowds, right? Crowd. Okay, let's see where this goes. Oh, don't assume, okay? Crowd, stay together, okay? Wow, so this is an example of projection. I saw a crowd and I was like, oh, fear of crowds, right? No, this is about community. This is about belonging. This is about representation. This is about safety in numbers, okay? Stay together. Stay together. Stay supported. Stay in the company of those that mirror your best and highest qualities. Oh, okay. And I'm getting a little bit of goosebumps. All right. So I'm also learning as well. Yeah. Again, with those we trust, they help us feel safe. And when we feel safe, we are no longer in a state of fear. We're actually in a state of ease. And our nervous system can kind of open up, and our chakras can align, and our, flow. Our flow is like free and lively, right? So, yeah. I'll move on to this next one, okay? And lovely, right? Beautiful. Love these illustrations. Love this artist. She does such just evocative, but again, soft and gentle. Maybe that's just what I resonate to. Really love it. Yeah. 48 day. Ooh. Welcome the new. Boom, 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 boom. Love it. Love it. Welcome the new. If we move through our fears, right? If we make the effort, if we use our support, we can welcome new change, new ideas, new experiences, new adventures, new awareness. Love this, okay? So now, well then, what are these guys here for? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, this will be interesting, okay? I have this, again, assumption, right? Little ducks are easier. No, they are not. No, they are not. They are slippery little devils. Cute, but just be careful. Be careful of cute, right? Not everything cute is easy, right? Okay. And maybe just one more. Okay. It's going okay. A little bit here. That was not so bad. Okay. All right. Here comes the fun part. Okay. Ooh, right away. Okay. Fear, right? What do we not know about fear? Maybe that's an approach to take, right? Ooh. Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it consistent. Maybe just one more, please. Not a whole bunch, just one. Oh, of course it's a whole bunch. No, sorry, it's bunch. So back to, I'm gonna take this one. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, da. All right. Let's start with this guy. 25. 25. Wind. Ooh. Hold on. So now let me look back at 10. Hold on. Keep going. Hold on to your vision. Hold on to, that could be a goal, right? You know, but more so it's hold on to your faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, faith that there's more for you. Hold on. Hold on is also, you know, when I think of trees and roots, I think of grounding. And when we talk about fear and we understand the nervous system, staying grounded, like doing breaths, staying present, staying mindful, really allow us to, again, you know, be steadfast in adversity, right? Be steadfast in the things that want to knock us down, like a windy tree, right? You know, like the wind's always trying to like knock down the tree, but if you hold on, right? You access a quality of strength you may not have realized you possess. And, you know, again, it's not about external force of strength, right? It's about this internal kind of just grounded, solid, whole, you know, unwavering sense of strength, internal strength, okay? All right, 23. Ooh. We have hold on, now we have let go, which again also makes sense when it comes to fear. And then going back to 39, make an effort to let go. Interesting. Make an effort to let go. Well, you know, I was thinking that, is it an effort to let go, right? But yeah, of course it is. Of course it's an effort. It's an effort of changing your mindset, right? It's an effort of working with and challenging old limited beliefs, narratives, ideas of self, ideas of life, ideas of the world, like the world's a scary place, right? Well, yeah, some parts of the world are scary, right? But not all of it. If our mind is stuck in like an all or nothing, then of course there's going to be this need for gripping, for insecurity, for attachment, that keeps us stuck. So when we work with fear, when we challenge fear, it helps release that power, and allows us to liberate ourselves into a more peaceful kind of state of not just mind, but like of mind, body, spirit. So beautiful. Okay. 24. Ooh. Guys, I love this process. We have ring, find shelter, and again, crowd, stay together. See how these trees all together, they're creating, in a way, a shelter. They're protecting the impact of external negativity, right? Friends generate love and happiness, right? And family and community. That sense of reciprocity and shared experience, and again, not going through it alone. Not going through it alone. You know, that leaning on a shoulder, right? Sharing some of the burden that is, you know, allowing us to not be, you know, depleted. That's not stretching us too thin. Again, some people, right? It is this thought, this idea, this self-narrative of, I've got to do it all. If I don't do it, you know, who's going to do it? Well, can you do it all? And is it your job to do it all? No. We're meant to do it together. We're meant to, you know, have our own part. And so, again, right? Yeah, spend some time thinking about what provides shelter for you, and what a, you know, kind of what is your social umbrella, and leave it that. Okay, last one, 18, and this looks like you know, the ocean, like being at the beach, being on vacation. I love this. Okay, 18. Oh, island. Oh, reach out if you are lonely. Okay, reach out if you are lonely. Well, again, day, welcome the new. Welcome the new. Reach out if you're lonely. You know, this is how people are reaching out. They're on social media. They're watching, you know, videos. They're looking for answers. They're looking for connection. They're looking for something, right? And that's just kind of how the world is now. It's also, yeah, there are pros and cons, sure, right? Pros and cons. Being able to reach out when you're lonely, you know, that's easier said than done. If some people don't have a strong, you know, umbrella of support, if we're skeptical of, you know, systems, if we're skeptical of online, just, help and support. Fear, sorry, going back to our theme of fear. Yeah, fear will get in the way of reaching out. Fear will get in the way of trusting others. Fear will get in the way of trusting ourselves, to be honest. So, this is a deeper kind of question, or a deeper kind of, I can't find the right word, but it is just, it is about, well, why are you lonely, right? Why are you sad? Why are you feeling depressed? It's scary when you feel helpless and you're having this experience of life feeling very isolated and misunderstood, and just, floating off like an island, right? Like off in the distance, when you just want to be on solid ground. You just want to be able to, walk up the hill and pick some flowers and, climb a coconut tree. I don't know. That's the imagery coming through my mind. To nourish yourself, right? But this idea of it's never too late. It's never too late, right? To reach out. It's never too late to ask for help. It's never too late to, make new connections, make safer connections, make the right connections, right? That's the caveat. The caveat is not everyone is going to get what your, truest, highest sense of self deserves. Some people want to take advantage of that, right? So we have to be mindful to not give our power away to others that don't deserve it. But yeah, that is also part of this introspection. That's the word I was looking for earlier, right? And I also think, right? This card, this light, right? That illumination, that epiphany, that aha, that comes from a deeper self-dive, that comes from introspection, that comes from what we gain from, and I don't know how I feel about like facing your fear. It's like, there's so much more to it. It's not about just identifying the fear. It's understanding where the fear is coming from. And for most of us, it is not coming from the outside. I mean, again, to be clear, the world is full of threat, harm, atrocity, violence, injustice, just overwhelming suffering. But not all of it. That's why reminding ourselves of the small, meaningful, precious, the little things that make us happy, right? The things that remind us that, I'm okay, I'm safe. This roof over my head, I'm okay, I'm safe. The people that do care about us, that do love us, okay, that's right. I'm held. I'm supported. Walking down the street, right, and just a stranger smiling at you. Oh, that's right. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Well, I think I'm at the end of this process. What happened here? Oh, I happened here. Haha, okay. Anyway, thank you again for coming into this energy today. Thank you for allowing me to share these messages. And please take good care of yourself. Okay. Goodbye.